Hello, it's me, Rach Face, back again for my life, my way, my face buried in a book. I'm in a really good mood. So, I did a thing. I did a fantastic thing. I bought books. Okay? So I'm gonna do a book haul. Bear with me, it's not gonna be like my last book haul. So, technically I've been book shopping for 4 times. I've gotten books from 4 different occasions. First one, Kmart, The Binding by Bridget Collins, $4. The cover was so pretty. I don't like that is an inbuilt sticker, but the cover was amazing. The blurb was fantastic, and for $4 it was a real steal. So it's on my TBR. So last week I went to Dimmicks to pick up one book and they didn't have it in stock. They had to order it in, which is why I ended up with so many extra books. But I got a phone call. I got a text message on Friday saying my book was in at Dimmicks. So I went and picked up The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So excited to read this one. Really annoying, this stickery thing. I don't like it. It's not an actual sticker. Like, it doesn't come off. That really bugs me. But again, this one has gotten rave reviews on everywhere I've seen it. So I was like, must get it. So those are my 2 like independent hauls. This afternoon, we were shopping. So I went to Target. What did I get from Target, you ask? Okay, I caved and bought Tanya Hennessy's It's Stevie Louise, which is just so cute. Like, it is very much a child's or young adult book, teen book, but I can't wait to read it because I think she's amazing. Constantly makes me laugh, that one. Then I have the hiccups. Then I got The Safe Place by Anna Downs, which I think I've seen this like 3 or 4 times in Dimmicks and all around, but never actually picked it up. And then I was in Target and I think I picked it up like 3 or 4 times in Target. Read the blurb over and over again, then was like flipping through pages and was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna give it a read. It's not my usual thing, but I'm gonna give it a go and we'll see. Then, after weeks of trying to figure out whether I wanted it or not, Law by Alexandra Bracken. Another one where saw it in Dimmicks, saw it in Target, I've seen it online. Never actually picked it up and purchased it, but today, you know what, I was in the mood to buy books, so I got this one too. Then, from Taylor Jenkins Reid, same as The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, same author, Malibu Rising. Another one of these stupid, no removable stickers. Whoever's creating covers, can you please stop with that? Like, it takes away from the prettiness of my cover. But look at the color scheme of this book. Like, yes, please. Then, The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Again, read the blurb. I was like, it's not normally something I would pick up, but you want to know the truth of the matter as to why I picked it up. Normal size book. This book, it's wider, so it's odd. I like odd things, but again, I flipped through, picked a random page in the middle. I was like, is this grabbing my attention? Yes, it is. Therefore, it is coming home with me. The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. This definitely is not my genre, so it's going to be very interesting to see how I go with it, because yes, the blurb is intriguing. Yes, I've seen it around on Book Talk and everywhere like that, but would not be what I would normally pick up or have in my collection. So it's going to be very interesting to see whether I enjoy it and how long it takes me to read, because it's 300 pages. It's going to be very interesting to see how long it takes me to read that one. Last book from Target. And it had to be, didn't it? Like, it has to be something book talky. Realmbreaker by Victoria Aviad. I have no clue how to pronounce surnames or names some days, so I had to get it. Like, it's mad. Like, why did I buy so many books? And this isn't even halfway through the haul. But yes, no. Have seen it around, have seen it all over Book Talk, and decided, you know what? It's coming home with me. It's going to be in my collection. It's going to find its forever home with me. And it's going to sit on a TBR pile that, honestly, I don't know when it's ever going to get read. But you know what? I love my TBR list. I love my bookshelf. It makes me happy. My dream is to have Belle's library from Beauty and the Beast. So, Target, Dimmicks, Kmart. The three staples for most people. Like the only store I didn't hit was Big W today, but you know what? A girl's got a budget and she's gone well over that today. So, the worst thing I did today. So, I ended up going to a Book Bazaar in a little small town not far from me, and it was amazing. It was supposed to happen weeks ago, but then lockdown happened in Victoria, so it got postponed to this long weekend. So it was on yesterday and today, and I was so like, I'm like, I really don't want to have to get my mum to drive half an hour because my car is broken. So my mum drove me out there. I don't want to get her to drive me half an hour and then get to this Book Bazaar and there'd be like 1 or 2 books I want, or even worse, nothing I want, because everything went yesterday. But I have an amazing mum, so she drove me out there. And then I got there and I was looking around. It was all going well. And then my mum went and asked the staff members, like, how much are the books? And like, I find out that it is $2 for a hardback and $1 for a paperback. I'll give you a minute. In the comments below, how many books did I buy at this one bazaar? And better than that, how many times did I go round the hall? How many times did I actually check out? I'll give you a minute. Comment below. I'm looking while I'm giving you a minute. I don't even know how I'm going to do this. Honestly, I don't. That's long enough, I think. If you need more time, pause it now and then comment how many times I went around the hall, how many times I checked out, and how many books I bought. It's not as bad as it could have been. Okay. So, to answer your questions, give you answers, I guess I should say. I went around the hall about 6 times, which there were like 8, 9 different tables that I went to. And I went around them about 6 times. I checked out twice. So I took my first load out to the car, sat down, was ready to leave. And my darling mum goes, are you sure you want to go now? You don't want to go and have a second look? I'm like, all right, I'll go have a second look. Which means I scanned in a second time to the same book sale. So I checked out twice. This is one. Well, actually, this is one, that was 2. So, let's pull it over. We'll sit it on my lap. I don't know where to start. I'll tell you how many right at the end. So, let's see. We'll start with something that I've wanted for a while and haven't actually bought yet. First of the Bloodline series by Rochelle Mead. Love this series. Love this author. This was a no-brainer. Yes, it's been used, it's been read, but it's still in great condition. So, Rochelle Mead. Oh, hang on. How are we going to do this? I want them all to go back nicely. I'll just push them that way. All right. Some of these I'd never heard of, and it was covers or blurbs that caught my eye. Ice by Ulla-Lena Lundberg. So this one is all about Finland and surviving the. I'll read you a little snippet. The epic of island life that has gripped Finland. So it's the winner of the Finlandian prize. So I picked this up like 3 or 4 times, put it back down, went back to the table, found it again. Loved it. Because of you, books can save anyone if they're the right one. So this is an, I'm pretty sure, based in Australia novel. But look, it is like brand new. There is not a mark on this book. And it was $1. $1. Okay, this one says it was $2, but it wasn't. It was actually $1. But it was originally $12. It is a brand new book. Take Back the Skies. A Heart Will Soar, An Empire Will Fall by Lucy Saxon. Some of these I've never heard of before, but it was just like, oh my god, the covers, everything, just, oh. Okay, I'm going to stack them, because otherwise it's going to be impossible. All right. Cloud Wish by Fiona Wood. Like, look at how, I ran out of words today, like, just so amazing. Tremble. Central Fables of the Mystical and Sinister. Now this is like, I think, 10 little short stories in one. Hold on. Maybe I'm wrong with how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 short stories in one. So just, I figured this would be one of those ones that it is by Tabasha Lerner. This is one of those ones where I figure, like, if I'm bored or I'm not really in the mood to read a full book, I can like pick a short story. I plan. The Map That Leads to You. I think this might have been one of the last ones I picked up. Love Finds Us, Passes Through Us, and Continues. So by J.P. Moninger. Originally $32.99 from Dimmicks, and I got it for $1. A whole dollar. Dollar. You can tell I had a good day. And then another one that says it was $2, it was actually $1, was Volpe by Kate Gordon. Brand new. So this is a young adult fantasy novel. They've not even been touched, some of these. And then Whipsmart says $2, was actually $1. Brand new book. Obviously from the cover, it's going to be a little bit more 18 plus. Don't worry, when I read them all, you'll get the book reviews. Another one, which says it was $2, but is new, so it was actually $1. Was originally $10 from the Bookbird. A lot of them came from this Bookbird place, so I'm going to have to look that up and find out what it is, where it is, and how I go there. But The Wood Queen by Karen Mahoney. Another young adult fantasy sort of book. Then I had Romance is My Day Job, a memoir of finding love at last, Patience Bloom, by Patience Bloom. So, you know, a little bit of romance. Really floppy book. Like, look at the flop. I love it. Okay. Then On My Knees. Obviously going to be another little bit of I think it is going to be a slightly more 18 plus sort of, just based on the cover and the title. But you know what, you can't judge a book by its cover. And then we have Lauren Blakely, The Real Deal. I like these sorts where it's like romancy. I find romance, like this sort of romance, a lot easier to read than a lot of books, so I will always go a romance novel. Then we have Black by Fleur Ferris. So many of these are not books that I would normally have picked or even looked at in the bookstore, but because they were all alphabetical by author, covers were really easy to grab. Like, that is a brand new book as well. Like, there's nothing. Like, oh my god. I think this might have been the first one I picked up, The Moth Diaries by Rachel Klein. So, young adult, I would say. So it's based in a boarding school, so yes, but oh my goodness. 13 Reasons Why. Okay. Guilty pleasure, love the TV show. One of the few Netflix series that I've actually watched before reading the book, so going to be really interested to see how that goes. Then Karen Joy Fowler, The Sweetheart Season. I love Jane Austen Book Club, so had to get this one. The they goes with that one, that goes with that one, that goes with that one. No, that goes with that one. Need by Kerry Jones. I had seen this a while ago when I was a bit younger and thought I would read it then and never did. And then The Flapper Vixens. I have seen this around too, by Gillian Larkin. Need was by Kerry Jones. But I have seen this around too, which was amazing. And then I have, did I say I had one from Fleur List somewhere? Fleur Ferris? Yes. So there was another one by Fleur Ferris. I knew I had two from her. This one is called Wreck. Again, like, so you were able to find, this is what was amazing. So, 2 brand new books from the same author. Like, $1 each. And then, oh no, I did already have this one. So this one will be going in my street library because I doubled up accidentally. I thought I had this, but that's okay. A double up means it goes into my street library for somebody else to find its home. Then I have Love Falls by Esther Freud. Like, all of these books are not something like that you would really, they seem to be indie authors, which is really nice. Like, okay, they may not have been purchased at full price, but somebody did purchase them at full price and now they're getting much love in their new home. Hunted by Megan Spooner. Like, look at that cover. Like, almost holographic in parts. Like, when the light hits it, it's just so pretty. Brand new book. Not being touched. It's funny because the first box I think I got, I think it's mostly brand new books. Second book I think is a lot of people's like DNFs, did not finish. So then I got Anne Aguirre's The Shape of My Heart. Obviously you can tell I'm on a romancy 18 plus sort of a kick at the moment. So that's that one. My pile is like here. I don't know whether you can see this book here. That's just going straight across. So let's see what happens. Got 6 more in this box. Then I got a series. Do you know how hard it is to find series of books sometimes? And I walked away with 3 by Rachel Craw. So, 3. They're not small either. Just remember, these were all $1. So I got Shield, Fury from Ashes, Spark, Death by Design, and then Stray, Chaos in Blood. Never heard of the author, so I'm really intrigued. They looked amazing. And when you find all 3 in a trilogy, do you not just have to buy them? Like, $3 for a series. $3 for a series. 2 bananas for a pound. Sorry, One Direction joke. My bad. Then the last things in this box were another series. Actually, I think I have another one from this author down in the other box. So we have Paris Lights, London Bound, and New York Lights, all by CJ Duggan. But like, I love the color selection of these, and they're all like the romancy ones. Originally $18 each, and I got away with it for $1 each. But series of books, like, are you kidding me? So that was 30. So the first time I walked out of that bazaar, I walked away with 30 books. Not bad. Yes, I'm putting them all back in the box. My issue is, I probably should have thought of this before I bought the books. I don't have any room left on my bookshelf. That's not an understatement. I've expanded now like 3 or 4 times, and I have no room. So, this is my first set. I got 30 books here. Gorgeous books. Lovely books. Then, so I put them in the car. Why did I stop shopping the first time? Well, that is because I couldn't carry that box anymore, because carrying 30 books is heavy, even with a box. So I put them away. Then I went back in the side and I did more things. So, again, my only hardcover book that I picked up, so my only $2 book of the day, which I don't own a lot of hardcover. I think I own like 3 or 4, or maybe 5 all up. I got Game Board of the Gods by Rochelle Mead. yes, I really like her as an author. So this was awesome. I'm very intrigued to take the dust jacket off when I read it. So that one. Then the rest were $1. We're back to dollars. Amy Jenkins, Funny Valentine. Look at that. Look. I love books like this because like there's so many like little details all over the cover, like the people. But yes. So a lot of these, like I said, never heard of them. It was their covers or their blurbs that got my attention. I was like, yep, they'll come home. Petite Mort by Beatrice Hitchman. I saw this on my first go round. Picked it up, read the back, and was like, I don't understand. I'm confused. So I flipped through a little bit, and then I was like, I don't understand. I'm confused. So I put it in my basket on the last go round and was like, I'm taking it home so that I'm no longer confused by this book. Then we have by Cecilia Vanesi, 7 Days of You, and 8 DNF I'm going together because the bookmark is on chapter 8. So I'm going to say something happened the original reader didn't enjoy or didn't have time or has just completely put the book down and forgotten to finish reading it. Their loss, my gain for $1. Everything. Okay, I did watch this on Netflix as a movie. Did I watch it on Netflix? Yeah, I think I watched it on Netflix. Yeah, I really liked it as a movie. So, well, as soon as I saw it, this is one of those ones today where I did like 6 rounds and every time I did a round, a new book would appear on the table. This one appeared at the last minute. I'm like, where have you been? That being said, I nearly tried to steal a book off somebody because I wanted it and she was checking out. I was like, hey, I want that book. And I can't steal it off the lady, can you? Well, I could have. She wasn't looking, but you know, she was at the till, so kind of had to not steal the book. And then I have by Morgan Matson, The Unexpected Everything. I will admit, it was the dogs that caught my eye on this one. I was like, yes, must do. And then I stared a while because I'm like, is this a sequel? Is this a trilogy? Do I need to read another book before I read this? Are the other books on this table? No, they weren't. I'm pretty sure it's a standalone. Then, I'm pretty sure these are a series by Simon Tone. Not my genre. Got Sanctus and The Key. From what I can gather, they are the same characters. I think. Liv and oh no, maybe they're 2 different people. I don't know. Same locations. I'm going to say that they're linked to each other. $1. Please just remember, everything that coming out of these boxes, $1. Annie on My Mind by Nancy Garden. So this one is I know everyone's calling them queer love stories, so I'm going to do that too, but I love this idea of like, love story is a love story. Like, I don't care if it's between 2 female characters, 2 male characters, male female characters, male female male female relationships, reverse harem relationships, just whatever. If it's a good romance, I'm sold. Another one that I picked up. Oh my god. I did not even realize this. This is really funny. I got a book called Ruby by Cynthia Bend. And there's a little note on it saying, thank you for visiting my little library. I hope you enjoy this book. Please continue to share your love of reading at Literary Madness. So I have my own street library at the front of my house. And I had my first visitor last weekend. This little library visited mine and now I have one of their books. Can you tell me how? That, I love that. That's amazing. And then I got 2 by Maggie Alderson. Pants on Fire and Sense and Sensibility. Sense. Not sense like money sense and sensibility. So those are really cool. I looked at them like 3 or 4 times too and kept putting them back. The Goddess Test by Amy Carter. Really pretty cover. Really nice blurb. I told you I had another CJ Duggan, didn't I? CJ Duggan. Paradise City. Now there is a second one to this that they didn't have, so it means that if I really like this, I'm going to have to find it somewhere. So that could be tricky. that could be the problem. Yeah, okay, I just flipped a book because I want to do that one like nearly last. And then under the tables were boxes. Under the table were more boxes like this, filled with more books. And that's where I found Megan Crane's Everyone Else's Girl. And what I like about this is it literally, the first thing on its blurb says, Meredith does things for other people. That's me. So it came home. Us by David Nichols, who wrote One Day. Yes, I will get that because I like that author. This one just looked cool, like Mind Games. Like, it just looks cool. Like, it's silver. It's just, like, look at that. It just looks cool. Then we have Tin Heart by Siobhan Palooza. This is another one where I was like, that cover looks really cool. But just remember, all you see is this. So they're all just like that. So it was really what grabbed my eye from that angle. And then as I peeled it out, it was this or this that I caught my eye next. And then Soul Print. It says it was $2. It was $1. It is by Megan Miranda. And it just looks really like, look at that. Like, there are 2 others by the same author, but I think it's standalone. Then I got Slow Twitch by Liz Reinhardt. Again, I'm very much into the 18+ romantic genre at the moment. Thanks, Kindle. And then by Joanna Rakoff, I like that name, A Fortunate Age. So this one, the blurb just reminds me of Friends. Like, living in crumbling Brooklyn apartments, holding down jobs as actors and writers, and eschewing the middle-aged class sensibilities of their parents. 6 young graduates, fresh from college, believe they can have it all. Just reminded me of Friends. So I thought, you know, cool cover, I'm going to read it. London Belongs to Us by Sarah Manning. Another one where I picked it up, I think, 3 or 4 times around on the things. Was like, oh, yeah, nah, didn't read the book. Oh, yeah, nah, can't read the book. Yep, nah. Finally read the blurb, took it home. I like this movie, so I bought the book, Under the Tuscan Sun. And that was as simple as that one needed to be. Murder Most Fab by Julian Clary. I don't think I've ever picked up a book or Googled it so quickly because I'm like, Julian Clary, I know that name. Then I realized why I know that name. Yeah, I picked this up. There was no way in anywhere that it wasn't coming home. This is awesome. I'm so excited. Not my genre, but I'm still taking it. And then I think the find of the day. So, it is Summer Skin by Kirsty Eager. Looks like this. It is very much it's a girl meets boy, girl steals from boy, seduces boy, ties boy to chair and burns boy stuff. Just your typical love story. But the best part of it, it's signed by the author. It's signed by the author. It's signed by the author. It's a DNF because it's bookmarked. Signed by the author. And it was $1. $1. $1. I got $1. I got $1. I ain't got no more dollars. It was funny because when I walked out the first time, I'm like, oh, that was great. I hadn't hit my budget. Walked out the second time and the guy at the counter goes, hey, did you hit your budget this time? I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty much over my budget now. So I'm done because your girl's got no money left because she went shopping and she bought way too many books. And now I'm trying to figure out how they all go back. And the next part of my day is going to be spent, well, actually not tonight because like it's now like late. So it won't be spent tonight. But then I also got, I nearly forgot because I put it in my wallet so that I wouldn't lose it. And then I nearly forgot I had it. So the last thing they gave me as I was walking out was this tiny little bookmark. Like, how gorgeous is that? Like, it's stunning. So not only did I get, so in the second haul I got 25 books. So all up from the Book Bazaar, I ended up with 55 books. And then I went to Target and bought another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. So 55 plus 7. So I ended up with 62 books today. 64 books for the week. That's not too bad for a book haul, is it? Like, that's not that bad. Like, I could have done a lot worse. I could have done a lot better. But you know what? I'm happy. I love my books. I just now have to figure out where I'm going to put them all. But you know, that's just par for the course when it comes to being a bookworm who found a Book Bazaar that was $1 a book. Anyway, so that's me. Now I have to figure out what I'm going to read, because I already have two books I'm currently reading in paperback, plus everything on my Kindle. So you can tell what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, which is going to be reading a lot. But you know what? That's the best way to spend the day. Reading a little. Might write a little of my own stories, considering I have 3 of them going at the moment. But yeah, that was my day. Amazing, epic, fantastic. I'm really happy with myself. I'm really happy with my purchases. I'm really happy with my finds. And yeah, let me know which book you would probably read first, if you have read any of them, which were your favourites. And I will see you again very soon. There will not be another book haul for at least a week. I'm going to aim to not do book hauls. Only do book hauls at least once a week. Like, if it means I have to stockpile all the books I buy, then they all just get put to one side for the week. But I'm going to try to only do a book haul once a week. It'd be great if it could be once a fortnight or once a month, but let's go with once a week. You'll get to know me eventually. All right, that's it. And this is Rach Face for my life, my way, my face buried in a book. My book buried in a face. Yes, my face is going to be buried in books for quite some time now. All right, bye.